do. Yep.
I told you I'd make a new intro music eventually.
We got there.
We did.
So,
What's up, YouTube?
more DM Blast from the Past, guys, and do we have a long one for you today?
This is sped up double time.
Yeah, this one was originally 50 minutes. Look back at the, it was from the, I guess the, what
It was the bracket tournament.
tournament.
Yeah, we just had a
standard bracket.
8 of the best Duel Masters decks in history, played off in a single elimination format.
Yeah, 8 of the best Duel Masters deck in history. Just pretty much like 16 decks that we had created over the course of having this channel alive.
Yeah.
And,
just happened to be the best in history, you know.
featured here we have Starnoid.
I'm on the left running Wise Starnoid. Light
nice.
water. That's it. It's just,
Just light water.
yeah, it runs a lot of, light bringers for Wise Starnoid, which was an overlooked evolution in Duel Masters history, but whenever it was played, whenever it attacked, you got a shield. Was it whenever it was played too?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
when it was played, whenever it swung.
It's like a harder Andromeda.
Or no, it was only whenever it swung.
Oh.
And when it was removed from the field.
Yeah, that's it. So it's like a lot worse than Andromeda, but it was the best we had, and it was sort of groundbreaking.
Oh, indeed.
And Gorby's on the right. What is he running?
He's running Fire, Nature, Water, the standard aggro build with a couple of tech choices. I think he's running the Pyrofighter, which we weren't really running back then. He's got like Dual Fang in his mana zone there, the evolution, the 6 for 8,000 evolution that gives him 2 mana. And he's running some other interesting cards like Terrahorn to kind of toolbox his deck and grab his finishers.
Yeah, I like the versions in this, and yeah, he can
and
grab
grab whatever he wants.
because
Yeah.
you know it's not rolling Terrahorn or it's not Gigahorn Charger from a Kaijudo. He can grab any creature from his deck. So he's getting Wind Axe, which can blow up a blocker and ramp him 1 mana. Sort of a nuts version of the Battle Mages that we used to have in Duel Masters.
But now you're at critical turn 5, and you don't have the Starnoid.
I don't have a Star. Well, I wouldn't be able to play it. It's a Vortex Evolution.
Oh, that's right. It's Vortex. It requires a Cyberlord and a Lightbringer.
Yeah, you have to run.
So I'm catching up. We're getting
It's
there.
kind of nuts to play Starnoid. And like I said, it's a lot harder to play Andromeda, but we didn't have Andromeda in that game, so Starnoid was sort of what it was as far as shield manipulation. And I could summon it this turn potentially.
Oh, there's the Crimson Wyvern.
I do summon a Starnoid.
Kaijudo.
Starnoid evolves on both my creatures.
Yep,
That's not Crimson Wyvern. That would be Blade Rush Wyvern.
Blade. Or no, that would be Scarlet Sky Terror.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Oh, the creature, the 8-drop creature. It's pretty much the same card from
There's a
Kaijudo.
Scarlet Sky Terror in mana?
Yeah, in
It
Corby's
was-
mana. Yeah, there was.
Really?
Yep.
Crazy stuff. Because I think that's a twin cannon. But whatever.
No, that is.
Yeah.
The one under the Surfer there is a Scarlet Sky Terror.
You don't say. But he
Yeah.
got rid of my Starnoid somehow by Carilling it.
Kirilla's a really good card against this deck.
It bounced the entire stack of 3 creatures onto the top of my deck, but I got an additional shield. I'm just getting shields left and right.
Yep. Because whenever it swings and whenever it leaves the battle zone, so making it very difficult because Aggro's whole mission here is to get this deck down to 0 shields, and in Duel Masters we didn't have a lot of shield regeneration, so decks like this were kind of a pain in the neck.
Yeah, it's sort of like the whole tempo premise behind like Kirill and Surfer and that deck is that I can keep my threads off the board, but the problem with Starnoid is not only is it just going to come down next turn and get me another shield, but it gives me a shield when it leaves the battle zone in the first place. So.
And all of its bait is super relevant.
Like Emerald is like a 2-mana version of Cyberlord Kirill, lets me switch my shields. The actual Kirill from Duel Masters lets me return one of his creatures to the top of his deck.
Miltoro for 2 less mana.
And all the light stuff is basically similar to the Enforcer. Well, not really the Enforcer, but like you have a 4-cost Shield Blast that lets me tap one of his guys, 1 mana blocker for 2, 1 for 5 beater that you see on the board right now.
Yep.
And he's doing a pretty good job of keeping me away from summoning a Starnoid again, but I feel like I have 4 shields left and it might just be only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's debating going in right now.
And he needs to. I mean, obviously, I think if you've got the Emerald, you've got the Emerald, so
Not
there's not
much
much
to
you can do
go
about it.
Cyberlord Starnoid.
Yeah.
Which would clear 2 things off of his board and give me up to 2 shields.
Right.
Or put me up to 2 shields. And I have one that was altered by an effect. I don't know, I might have broken that. He didn't break that shield that I altered with Emerald. I feel like that would have been a smart thing to break, because it's probably a Holy Off, Stormspark Blast equivalent.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like...
But if it wasn't, it could have been a Kalan or a Surfer or something like that and just giving you more field presence.
It could have been.
So, you gotta think, we do have Shield Blast creatures in DM, so...
Yeah.
Makes it much more awkward to just swing into random blasts that you know are there. Or just swing randomly at shields.
Oh, is he about to try to go for game? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's going to go for game, but I do have the Kalan. It was a Kalan. So I'm able to use that to bounce his creature, and I get field presence.
Tap his creature, and Pyro goes back to his
yeah.
hand. Pyro is effectively a Heal of Flame for 1 less mana and 2,000 less power.
Good stuff. Same basic art, too. Same character, I guess.
Yep.
I have a lot of mana. I'm not used to this much mana with Starnoid, but it gets up there.
Yeah.
So,
But you've got the good play here where you just go to Starnoid and get to kill his Krill.
I have
However,
a blocker too.
you do have to have that blocker. So Gorby now could potentially have game if he's got removal.
Well, I'm
plus
getting a
the
shield
pyro.
when I attack.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So, yep, awkward.
Very awkward.
Well, no, if he has removal for the Thrash Crawler,
If
he could just win for game. That's what I'm saying. Removal. He obviously has the Pyro Fighter, so here if he had the removal in the form of either Surfer or just another fast attacker, then he could definitely go for game here.
Mm-hmm.
Barring that's not a shield trigger.
Seeing as how he's been thinking for like 15 seconds, I don't think he has it.
Right.
And I don't know how big his hand is actually. I think it might just be Power Fighter and one other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or two other things.
I don't know. Is Gorby running Tornado Flames at this point?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Like, cause you have Krill, Surfer, he has the Windax. Windax is like everything.
Glued to his hand.
Soul Swap too. Soul Swap is like the prime versatile card in the game.
Yep.
He's going in with Twin Cannon.
Just to put a body on board to kind of force you to have to attack it and have to block with either Thrash Caller or let that go.
I don't think I blocked this. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to take that.
And it worked out really well for you. So if you didn't have a blast there, you would have been in the same situation next turn though. So.
Yeah, unless I have stuff in my hand that could have given me a Starnoid potentially, which is a possibility.
Yeah.
I do have a Krill to bounce things to the top. I'm just killing things with Starnoid, summoning 2 blockers now on the board. The longer this game drags on, the less likely it is that Gorby can overcome the shields, and I can probably go for game soon.
He does run Apocalypse Vice, so
true.
That does give him potential. And he grabs Windax to clear a blocker.
I do think if he Apocalypse Vice instead of summoning creatures, though, I just break shield to Starnoid and get another shield, and then it'd be even harder. Like, he'll be able to prevent game, but... And I do think I can attempt a game now, and be... Well, I don't know, it's still his turn. What is he doing here?
He's trying to attacking with the card that he just summoned.
Okay. Oh, I'd kill his field.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this game's going downhill fast, so... Well, Gorby gets a Surfer, which is kind of cool. It was odd that he bounced back the Starnoid.
Yeah, he probably should have bounced back blocker and hoped for a Twin Cannon. Yeah, he could have just
Twin
probably
Cannon
won.
Pyro, yeah.
He didn't even need the Pyro, because I would have still been at 2 shields. If he bounced the blocker, he could have just dropped the Twin Cannon, double broke, and then attacked with Surfer for game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
But he bounced Starnoid, and I have 3 shields, and
he has a lot of Hulkers.
Can't live, so...
Yeah, I guess he's banking on a blast that he doesn't have. He doesn't have any mass removal in that deck.
Yeah, I really would have bounced the vest there, the blocker. Don't know what's up with that, but so many shields are happening, and I have an extra call-on for his blast.
And that's the end of game 1. So, exciting stuff, watching Starnoid work to its full potential there, coming back from a pretty strong opening from Gorby.
Mm-hmm. Not bad at all.
Moving on to game 2.
Which, as I remember, is pretty intense, actually, game 2.
Yeah.
And the players are shuffling their decks. We're using fresh Ultra Pro sleeves, so...
Oh, indeed.
So, shout out to Ultra Pro. Back in the day before we were sponsored, we used all kinds of different sleeves, but obviously Ultra Pro just looked the best.
I was always true to Ultra Pro.
Were you?
My crusty ass Ultra Pro.
He had really old Ultra Pros. They don't get made like that, but 8 years old, they start to get a little bit heinous.
Yes, the days of actual competitive DM was how old my sleeves actually were. I've still got Dragon Shields from back then, too, that are still, like, in prime condition somehow.
Oh, they last forever. They just feel horrible.
Yeah, they're disgusting. But what are you going to do?
Not use Dragon Shields?
Yeah.
Probably is what I'm going to do.
I'm just saying, if nuclear war happens and I need a pair of sleeves...
You won't be around. It'll be the cockroaches using Dragon Shield sleeves to play Kaijudo. Alright, so he has a strong opening of Ganta to Bronze Arm, which was only 3 cost in that game, so it was amazing to ramp up to your 5 drops.
And then just go into Windax and then go into Twin Cannon.
He doesn't even need Windax right now. He could just play a Curl or something, but he doesn't even play anything. He just has a handful of big guys, I guess. He's keeping the Bronze Arm, I guess. Probably an okay play.
I think what he's trying to lead up to here is the turn 6 fighter duel thing. Just to do it.
He can't get rid of... Like, I would have just attacked probably, because if I had Colon, like, I'd just get rid of it anyway, and he's giving me a lot of hand, and they're both Beatskin. I'm just pointing that out. Yep. But I just don't have a way to deal with anything right now, so it's a pretty rough spot.
So, you drop a bunch of stuff, hoping that he can't deal with the Cyberlord.
Yeah, my Emerald is not a big threat to him right now, but what it can potentially mean in the next turn is a big threat. Like, I can drop Starnoid next turn if I keep one of my 2 Lightbringers and my 1 Emerald.
It just forces Gorby into awkward positions since he has a lot of bounce and...
Oh, that's good for me.
Yeah,
he got rid of the blocker, broke a shield. I got a Surfer, which bounces one of his guys, and I can go into Starnoid. Pretty obvious play. Looking like I'm in a pretty good position, but he is at a lot of mana right now.
You could just drop Twin Cannon here and break all your shields.
Yep, I would probably.
which I
Because
think
then the
would
end
be
result of
point.
that would be best case scenario for him, his field's dead and I'm at 1 shield. Worst case scenario, I drop blockers or God knows what else.
Starnoid was nice too because there's a spell in Gorby's deck that he runs called Apocalypse Slice. I know we mentioned it before, but it banishes everything power 8,000 or less.
Well,
Or it
creatures
banishes creatures up to total power 8,000 or less. And
Starnoid side of that comes to 9,000.
Starnoid sits at 9,000, so it's almost impossible to deal with Gorby's deck. That one card that he used there, Soul Swap.
Put it in my mana zone. Brought out a Tulk instead. I got a shield off the Starnoid effect. I only ran 3 Starnoids, I think. I think that's probably a mistake. I don't know. We only had 3, but 4 is definitely probably the preferred number. I don't know.
Yeah.
Back when we thought we were smart by only running 3 of things, but...
Oh, APOC clears the board.
That's
there
pretty
it is.
brutal. And he's
Granted, you do
more
have a
suppers.
hand. So.
I do have a hand, and more of a hand, and blockers, and I'm starting to go in. I don't know. I guess I might have a Starnoid. I could have a Starnoid play next turn, which would be nuts.
At this
But
point,
I did bounce his Windex, so I don't know what my line of reasoning is there.
Yeah, I mean, that APOC was devastating. I guess you're hoping that he can't do too much with his hand of like 2 or 3 cards.
Yeah, I mean, that's why the APOC's there, just to be devastating in those situations. He gets rid of
Constant
my...
Windex.
Well, I bounced it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I'm pretty sure Surfer's effect... It's optional, but for whatever reason I
See,
thought...
there's Scarlet's Kaiser.
Okay, it's there.
But,
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, he used a Thrash Caller to get back a...
The Starnoid?
No, he used
No?
Thrash Caller to
He
get
used
back...
Thrash Caller.
what did he get back? I saw it, but now I forgot what it was.
Well... Probably Finisher?
I would assume so. Let me go back and check.
Crystal Lancer would be real.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing Logo Scan. Or Energy Stream, the same thing. Soul swapping his Thrash Crawler and putting it in the grave. Oh god.
Oh, glory.
No, soul swapping his Hulkus, just better play.
To drop
Keep the
twin
blocker.
and go after shields.
Yep.
Because at this point, unless you have the Emerald, there's no way you can Starnoid him.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I could stall with Curl. A little bit.
Yeah, you could stall with Curl. But what I was going to say, though, even if you could Starnoid here, he would be able to block and then still double break your last 2 shields. So
Yeah. Not a great place to be in.
see if he's got another APOC.
He only ran the 1.
Did he?
Yeah. Remember, we didn't run as many things as we should have.
Granted,
Power Missile.
Aggro's not supposed to have this terrible of a right. Like it's not
There
supposed
are
to go
Tornado
into
Flames.
this long. Yeah, Tornado Flame.
But yeah, Aggro's supposed to win fast.
Yeah, Starnoid kind of puts it on edge with its shield manipulation.
And an actual early game, it has a real early game, thanks to the Emeralds and the blockers. And the Shield Blast creatures.
You're just
trigger
drawing a lot of
creatures.
cards and hoping for the best. I think
Yeah. I'm
can
attempting...
you go in?
I could have, but I can't.
Oh, you could have won.
Yeah,
Could you?
I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
just randomly go in, but yeah.
I guess not.
Alright.
Soul Salt Blast Shield,
Yeah.
and Gorby's proud about it.
Oh yeah, this is when we
So-
took a break. We had to go eat. So.
Yeah, it took so long because this first match took about 40 minutes. These first 2 games, and then
Well, like apparently 26 minutes.
26 minutes, but we double timed it.
No, we are only at 13 right now. For the first 2.
Oh, I could have sworn that was 40 minutes when I just put it down. Hey, look, Parker.
People who don't play Kaijudo anymore. Tears.
But yeah, we take a break and then we come back for.
Oh god!
Oh,
This was a
pretty
year and a half ago. I'm bringing back so many memories right now. This is nuts.
Gotta go watch the old video blog and first blooper reel. And we're back. Looks like we never left, but we did. We got food and we're refueled and going to game 3. So,
Which is a long one.
some post for game 1 and game 2 thoughts, and then getting into game 3 here.
Indeed.
Players have manipulated their decks for the matchup.
Not illegally. Just randomized, actually.
Got some good Mexican food in us. It'll be tearing us up in a couple hours, but until then,
I actually
We've
had
got this
Mexican
match.
food tonight. Tacos.
shoutouts to tacos.
Yep.
This match will go up some point on Wednesday, so he had
Well,
he had tacos Sunday night, guys.
Hooray. And I have an Emerald, so I have a Shield Blast down.
Great opening creature.
He doesn't have a turn 2 play.
Cards like that were great in DM just for the pure fact that the +1s mattered and getting creatures
Emerald's
on
not a
board.
+1. You talking about Hulkus?
Well, I'm just talking about like this going back and forth. Like there weren't any major game-changing cards. We didn't run a ton of finishers like we do in Kaijudo, so putting that Emerald down and actually getting a blast down meant something.
Especially against aggro.
Yeah. Scarlet Sky Terror hits mana for the third time. And Bronze Arm Tribe sends what looks like a Surfer down.
Or my gird.
So some heavy hitters for Gorby's late game have already hit.
Ooh, a Taj Mahal. Forgot I ran that. 3 for 4. Goes with 8,000 power when it blocks, or when it battles a fire creature.
Don't matter. Has the Windex.
Windex, a card that was far too good. Killing that blocker, getting him up in mana. I'm thinking about mana. I have a stream, digging for Starnoids and Lightbringers. Is that what they're called? Yeah.
Yeah, Lightbringers. Yeah, Magris is
I
not a
keep wanting to say
Lightbringer guy.
Enforcer.
He's running Magris as his as like an extra body for draw engine, but it's actually an Enforcer.
4 for 3 when you play, you draw a card. Seems pretty broken, because it is. It was.
Now we have a 4 for 3,500 that lets you draw whenever your opponent plays that Phantom Dragon Flame.
Yeah. So, Laws is probably even more broken than any of that, but too bad.
That's the Twin Cannon here.
It makes me uncomfortable that Laws is better than Aquahawkus.
And Gorby just breaks everything.
Yeah, he is.
So, put you in an awkward position. I think the only card you have to effectively deal with that Twin Cannon is...
I decided to bounce it.
Is Starnoid to run over it. Otherwise, you just have to
Probably gonna
spot
play.
removal the whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna play bait this turn, I guess.
Play
Kill his
bait,
board,
kill the stuff. Yeah.
and just live till next turn, which I can do.
Yep.
Don't know if we're
Getting your comeback on.
Thresh.
There are 3 colons in your mana zone.
I just can't play Starnoid next turn. That's a problem.
Yeah. And, I mean, Gorby will, to my knowledge, just play the Twin Cannon again, because why not? But instead opts to set up board presence.
That's weird. I have Storm Spark Blast in my deck. Holy hell.
Yeah, sets up board to hopefully go for game next turn.
Like, I can do a lot of things right now to that board. And I would be able to do nothing to Starnoid. I mean, to Twin Cannon.
Granted, you couldn't kill the Gonto.
No, but I run a lot of Karills, and I don't even remember what I got back with the dude.
You do Emerald to set down a shield.
2 blockers and a Tulk.
And the Lightbringers. So, here's hoping...
So even an APOC wouldn't
Gorby,
kill me.
Yeah, but Gorby really needs that APOC. Like, that APOC would be pretty devastating right now. He doesn't have it, though. He streams and doesn't get anything.
Regret that Crimson Wyvern and went into mana all 3 games, and it'd be really broken right now.
Yeah, Soul Swap would be the truth. Tears.
Well, if he had it in his hand, that'd be great, but, like, to play it and then go for game. Oh
Yeah.
well, I think I live, so I'm about to summon a Starnoid.
Yep, the first of many.
Spoiler alert, I double break and put down a shield. I'm sitting pretty now, guys.
Yeah, Gorby's in a very bad position at this point. He's got 3 blockers to deal with, and nothing in his deck can deal with that Starnoid outside of Soul Swap.
I played with my graveyard a lot because that was cool. I don't do that so much anymore. I don't know. Maybe because I always have 13 shields because of Andromeda, there's just no room. Hey!
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
that's a Tornado Flame to get rid of Magris. So, Gorby here in an interesting position. I mean, 3 blockers to his 3 creatures, but you have the Storm Spark, so you clear his board.
Yep, and I'm at 3 shields.
And at 3 shields now.
So this is unfortunate for him.
It'll be interesting seeing Gorby try to come back from this.
Oh yeah, because the game is long. Things are played. Any emeralds?
Rolls to set some stuff up, so in case you try to break everything next turn, or drop another Starnoid and try to go for game.
Oh god.
The Hulkuses to draw, and double Gauntas. So,
Not to being Weaponized Razor Cat, of course. I don't know if we mentioned that, but it's just 2 for 4.
yeah. Gorby constantly just trying to set up a field that'll live, so you can potentially just go for
Oh,
game,
it's
but
not
you
gonna
have
live
the Storm
again.
Spark again. So, you're able to kill 2 things.
I just want to be at 4 shields.
Yeah.
That's a good place to be at. I'm
Yep.
debating breaking the shield, and I do.
So you can
Seems
potentially go for game next turn. Because again, Gorby, the only card that in Gorby's deck to deal with Starnoid is the Soul Swap. So, or Surfer to bounce it, but even then, that's not great.
I know he put something down, but it might not be that good. I feel like he didn't have a whole lot of hand when he did the Emerald, so it might not be a shield trigger. Just don't know.
I don't know. There have been a lot of turns for setup. We pan up to everybody to
Hey,
get some
Theo.
reactions.
And Spencer. And God,
And me.
why?
Yay, me.
Spencer's just in the cut.
Yeah. Okay, he has the Windex, so good stuff there.
And
Thrash
Thrash.
Crawlers to potentially block the Starnoid when it tries to revenge something. And Gorby here with the potential to break 2 shields. Let's see if he does it. It's been so long.
Oh yeah, we did that. I almost forgot. Sorry for your ears. I hope you're all still listening after that horrible intro, but
It is what it is. You should make some new intro music for it.
I just did.
Oh boy. Well, there you go, guys. Get ready for that forever.
Hologus comes in.
After some long
Conta
thoughts.
comes in. They're both coming in.
Yep. And I mean, your deck does have a lot of balance and tap.
Ganta
Granted,
should've
all of
gone-
your colons
Ganta-
are down, and you've used a ton of Holy Alls, so
Yeah.
let's see if you've got the...
Oh.
Oh!
2 Starnoids. So many shields.
So, Starnoid... So now you're definitely going to kill one of his creatures.
Yep.
And now Gorby has to have the Twin Cannon to potentially break all of your shields next turn. And even then, that's not great, because that'll give you so much hand and so many answers. And then you'll have 2 Starnoids, which can still go in next turn. So you're in a fantastic position.
It feels good.
And yet,
Year and a half later, it still feels good.
blocks the first attack with Thrash and lets the Ganta die to the second one.
This is cool to look back on this. We were good at this game before this game was out. As in Kaijudo.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, because this was... We knew Kaijudo was coming out at this point. This bracket tourney happened in late May,
Yep.
after we all got back from school.
Because remember the first video was like, the last video was posted like the day before
Yeah.
the first release of Kaijudo,
Yeah,
the
with-
battle decks.
Yeah, we finished the bracket tournament like the month before. Okay, so there's Phantom Flame to clear the blocker. Let's see if he's got the twin. He does! So, let's see how many blasts you put down.
I'll probably put down one.
Oh, there's Surfer.
Or probably put down both of them.
Tears.
I'm probably going to hit one.
Bounce back his Windex, and now his board is dead. You could potentially just go for game here.
Could. Don't know if I do.
Decking out is still a thing. Yay.
Still want to draw though.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
There's a Krill to bounce the Hulkus back.
Oh yeah, I just want to do a cool play. That's why I sort of not go for game there.
Yeah, pretty much a useless card for Gorby there.
Because I can't die.
No. Gorby's in an interesting position. You have no blockers on board, so if he has Twin Cannon, Pyro,
I
he
wouldn't
could
have
potentially
passed
go
if
for
I,
game.
I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't put down a blast, so I must have
Right.
put down a blast.
Right, so, I mean...
Like, at this point, I know I'm surviving. I just want to do something cool next turn.
So let's see what Gorby's got here. He's got a lot of mana to do stuff with.
And it's not game
He
winning.
goes for Hulkus.
3 mana for Hulkus is 3 mana not spent on Firefighter.
But it could potentially be 3 mana for a Soul Swap.
Could. Good call. Forgot that card existed.
And there it is. There's Soul Swap.
Do we
for
have the
twin.
Pyrofighter?
You look at both your shields.
No, they're gonna get broken.
He Kuriels. I guess. Just trying to force you into an awkward position. Guess he doesn't have the Pyro. Double breaks. Storm Spark to tap. Surfer for no effect. Because it's just
Triple Starnoid
it's
madness!
just better to clear your board.
I
And,
played 3 Starnoids.
yeah, he hits a Surfer, and that's the game. So he did have the Pyro, but it wouldn't have mattered since you had Storm Spark and Surfer.
Nice to get it to 3 shields roundly before the game is over.
Yeah. Oh, Starnoid. A very good showing of both those decks, actually. So
Indeed.
hope you guys enjoyed that one. I sure did. I enjoyed narrating it.
Me too.
So Malcolm or Theo, I don't know whose arm that was.
So, wow.
Giving Gorby the
You're racist.
giving Gorby the pat on the back there. Poor Gorby.
Probably Theo. So yeah,
Gorby in post game thought.
we did that a lot. We don't do that anymore.
No. Just give it to you guys and hope you guys can figure it out.
Post-game speech. If you
Yeah.
lose, you better be prepared to talk about it.
So, that's that. And I think Starnoid actually went on to face Foul in the finals after this, after it beat Fire Nature Water. So, good stuff there. And maybe that'll be the next one we narrate for you.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Leave a like.
So, hope you guys enjoyed. Check out the social links below, Facebook, all that fun stuff. And hopefully, guys, we'll see you next time. Peach.
Still get some.